What if the secret to getting rich wasn't luck or talent, but a repeatable formula used by some of history's most successful people? Today, we're unlocking that formula by unpacking Napoleon Hill's classic self-improvement book, Think and Grow Rich. The book was originally published in 1938. For over 25 years, Hill studied the habits of more than 500 successful people, including Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison, to develop a formula for success. By the end of this video, you'll know how to tackle some of the biggest challenges blocking your path to financial success. So stick around till the end. This could really change how you see things. Let's explore these powerful lessons, broken down into easy-to-use guides that you can start applying today. What if I told you that the real secret to getting rich doesn't start from luck, connections, or even talent, but from something way more powerful? It all starts with desire, not just a casual want. We're talking about a burning, obsessive desire, the kind that keeps you up at night and gets you up early in the morning ready to chase it. Burning desire is the very first step toward wealth, and not just money, but success in any area of life. So how do you take that burning desire and turn it into actual results, maybe even riches? Hill gives us 6 powerful steps. 1. Be specific. Decide exactly how much money you want. 2. Decide your trade-off. Figure out what you're willing to give in return. 3. Set a deadline. When will you achieve this? 4. Create a plan. And start now. 5. Write it down. Make it real. 6. Say it out loud. Twice a day. Visualize it. Feel it. Believe it before it happens. Sound simple? Maybe. But most people don't do it, and that's why they never get what they say they want. Let's make this real with an example. Imagine someone who dreams of becoming a successful artist. They don't just hope it happens. They decide they want to earn $100,000 from their art in 3 years. They figure out they'll do that by selling 50 large paintings and offering premium portrait commissions. They create a daily routine, painting every morning, researching galleries, building an online portfolio, and networking with other artists. Then they write it all down, and every single morning and night, they read that goal aloud, visualizing themselves in galleries, seeing their work sold, feeling the thrill of success. So, if you want to unlock the kind of success that seems almost unfair, start here, with burning desire. Once you master that, everything else follows. Now that we've lit the fire of desire, it's time to fuel it with something even more powerful: faith. Faith is one of the most powerful emotions you've got, right up there with love and passion, and when you use it on purpose, it starts shaping your reality. When you mix faith with thought, it dives deep into your subconscious, kind of like sending a spiritual message out to the universe. And just like in prayer, you can get a response, not magic, but opportunities, people, and actions that start lining up in your favor. But how do you actually build that kind of faith? Through auto-suggestion, which is just a fancy way of saying talking to yourself on purpose. You tell your mind what you want to believe, again and again, until it starts acting like it's true. Imagine a student afraid of public speaking. Every day they look in the mirror and say, "I am confident, I own the room." Not just saying it, feeling it, visualizing it, practicing like it's true. Over time, their brain believes it, and their confidence becomes real. The key is, you're emotionalizing the words. You have to feel the belief, not just think it. So, to change your life, whether it's money, health, or success, start by building unshakable faith. Then use auto-suggestion to feed that belief to your subconscious, over and over. And when your mind believes it's possible, your body will follow. After desire and faith comes one of the most powerful tools in your mind: imagination. Napoleon Hill calls it the workshop of the mind, the place where all great ideas are born. It's where your burning desire starts taking shape into something you can actually act on. Your desire is the spark. Faith keeps the fire going. But imagination, that's where you start building the blueprint. The more you use your imagination, the stronger it gets. And that's how visionaries, like inventors, artists, and leaders, stay ahead. They don't just dream, they imagine vividly. So how do you use imagination to create real results? Start by turning that invisible desire into a visible plan. Write it down, visualize it, sketch it out, build it in your mind before you build it in real life. Take Walt Disney as an example. He didn't just want to make cartoons. He imagined entire worlds, characters, stories, even theme parks no one had ever seen before. He used his imagination not just to dream, but to plan. He sketched characters, storyboarded scenes, and laid out blueprints for Disneyland long before any of it existed. And because he fused that imagination with desire and action, he built a global entertainment empire. So here's the takeaway. Imagination is your secret weapon for turning dreams into reality. Next, let's talk about knowledge. You might think that to succeed, really succeed, you need to be a genius with years of schooling and a head full of facts. There are two kinds of knowledge. General knowledge, stuff like what you learned in school. It's good for trivia, not so much for making money. Specialized knowledge, that golden kind of expertise that creates value, builds businesses, and makes fortunes. General knowledge doesn't get you rich. Specialized knowledge does. And here's the best part. You don't have to know everything yourself. What matters is knowing where to find the knowledge you need and how to organize it into real, actionable plans. That's the real power of specialized knowledge. It's what sets you apart. Don't just learn more, learn deeper. Look for the gaps in what you know, then go fill them. Stack your skills, mix what you're good at or passionate about, and build something unique. More importantly, make sure it solves a real problem or brings value to others. That's when your knowledge becomes your unique power. Obviously, even with specialized knowledge, no one has all the answers. No matter how smart, driven, or passionate you are, there's always going to be something you don't know. And that's totally fine. Why? Because real success doesn't come from knowing everything. It comes from knowing who to work with. That's where the mastermind principle comes in, one of the most powerful ideas in Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill says that no one achieves greatness alone. Real power comes from group effort, when like-minded people come together, aligned by purpose, supporting each other with advice, ideas, and action. You need to surround yourself with people who believe in your goal, challenge your thinking, and help turn your vision into reality. Take my personal hero, Steve Jobs, for example. He wasn't a coder or engineer, but he had a razor-sharp vision and deep knowledge in design and user experience. Then he brought in the smartest minds, Steve Wozniak, Jony Ive, and others, and directed their genius toward creating products that changed the world. So here's the takeaway. You don't need to be a genius to succeed. You just need to know how to tap into the genius around you. Your mastermind group is your secret weapon, whether you're building a business, launching a product, or chasing a big personal goal. Because with the right people behind you, share your purpose and work together in harmony. Your dreams don't just grow, they scale. Before we continue with more powerful and interesting lessons, if you're finding value from this video, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button for more personal growth content. So you've got desire, you've built faith, you've used your imagination and specialized knowledge, you've even found your mastermind group. Now what? Now it's time to get real, organized planning. This is where your dream starts wearing pants and goes to work. Wanting something isn't enough. You need a plan, a definite, practical one. And not just any plan, but an organized plan, backed by teamwork and action. Here's how it works. First, write down exactly what you want and how you're going to get it. Then, surround yourself with the right people, your mastermind group, and make sure everyone knows their role. Because power comes from organized effort, not random hustle. It's not only about working hard, but also working smart together. And that means regular meetings, clear roles, shared goals, and a solid written plan everyone can follow. Let's take building a major software company as an example. A founder might have the vision, but they don't build it alone. They bring in developers, designers, marketers, a team that turns the idea into a product, then into a business. They meet weekly, adjust timelines, fix bugs, improve features, refine marketing. That's organized planning in action. And guess what? The more detailed and disciplined the plan, the higher the chances of success. Because remember, knowledge without organization is just potential. It only becomes power when it's directed with purpose. So if you're serious about achieving something big, whether it's money, influence, or personal growth, stop winging it. Write the plan. Get the team. Now that you've got a solid plan, it's time to make a decision. And stop procrastinating. Decision is the secret weapon against one of our biggest enemies, indecision. Yes, indecision. That sneaky little habit of waiting, researching, tweaking, asking everyone for their opinion, meeting, while nothing actually gets done. Most people fail not because they lack talent or resources, but because they never make the decision to act. They hesitate. They overthink. They listen to the wrong people. And before they know it, months pass, and they're still stuck at square one. So how do you break free? By making quick, definite decisions, even if they come with risk. And here's the kicker. At the start, it's often best to keep your plans to yourself, or at least within your mastermind group. Why? Because when you talk too much about your goals, especially to people who don't share your vision, you open the door to doubt, criticism, and discouragement. Instead of talking, act. Let's say you want to start an online business. You've done the research, you've got the idea, you've built the website, but you keep pushing launch day back. What if people don't like it? What if it fails? What will others think? That's procrastination in disguise, and the only cure is decision. Make the call. Set a date. Launch the business, even if it's not perfect. Once you really decide, everything changes. That's when growth begins. Let's be real. Most people start strong. They have the dream. They even create a perfect plan and execute it well. But when things get hard, when they hit resistance, rejection, or just plain exhaustion, they quit. That's where persistence comes in. It is the fuel that keeps faith alive. It is the glue that holds them all together. Without it, even the best plans fall apart. Because success doesn't go to the smartest or the richest. It goes to those who keep going when everyone else stops. Think of the greats, Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Andrew Carnegie. They didn't win because they never failed. They won because they never quit, even when everything seemed lost. So how do you build it? Start with a definite purpose. You must know why you're doing this. A solid plan, so you always know what to do next. A mind closed to negativity. Don't let discouragement in. And a supportive group. People who lift you up, not tear you down. And above all, keep your desire burning. The stronger your why, the harder you'll push through the how. Let's look at a marathon runner. Their goal? Cross the finish line. Their plan? A tough training schedule. Their challenge? Soreness, bad weather, self-doubt. A non-persistent runner skips workouts, makes excuses, quits. A persistent runner? They train through pain. Stay focused on the finish line. Surround themselves with others who push them forward. And when they cross that line, do you think it's fitness that got them there? Yes, but it is also persistence. So, if you want real, lasting success, don't wait for motivation to strike every day. Build persistence as a habit. Without it, you're defeated before you start. With it, you will win. Love this book review? Which lesson you like the most? Drop a comment below. You can also tell us if there's a book you'd love us to cover next. We promise to consider all of your book suggestions. Now let me share with you my 3 most favorite quotes from Think and Grow Rich. Quote number 1. You are the master of your destiny. You can influence, direct, and control your own environment. You can make your life what you want it to be. Stop waiting for permission to create the life you want. You're the architect of your future, not a victim of circumstances. No more blaming the economy, your background, or bad luck. You have the power to rewrite your story starting right now. Quote number 2. Set your mind on a definite goal and observe how quickly the world stands aside to let you pass. When you have crystal clear goals, your brain activates something called the reticular activating system. Suddenly, you start noticing opportunities that were always there but invisible to you before. People, resources, and connections begin appearing as if by magic. But the key is, it must be a clear goal, not a vague wish. Quote number 3. The way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge. Your earning potential is directly tied to your learning potential. Knowledge, especially specialized knowledge, is your competitive advantage in a world that's changing at lightning speed. Make learning your daily habit and watch how quickly you outpace everyone around you. One unique aspect of Napoleon Hill's work is the emphasis on the mastermind principle and the detailed breakdown of practical steps for applying concepts like desire and faith through autosuggestion and influencing the subconscious mind, which aren't always presented with such specific instructions in other books. He really gives you a how-to guide for self-improvement, a system you can apply immediately. If these ideas lit a fire in you, imagine what applying them every day could do. So grab the book by checking the link at description below. Don't just watch, apply, grow, and win. Think and Grow Rich shows you the blueprint for wealth, but there's one missing piece that could make or break your success journey. The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale is the perfect companion to what you just learned. While Think and Grow Rich gave you the strategy, Peale gives you the unshakable mindset to execute it. If you're ready to transform those Think and Grow Rich principles into unstoppable confidence and unwavering belief, this next video is exactly what you need. Click here to complete your mental transformation.